smells hotter than I thought it was going to. Alrighty, we got a special one today. We are joined today by my buddy Jake Cole from the For the Love of Hot Sauce group, is where I met Jake. Jake's an awesome dude. He's here to talk about a sauce company that I've never had their sauces before. I do have one sauce by them, and it's, what is it called? What exactly is it called? It's called Slasher Sauce Part 2. First Jason, signed by the actor who played Jason in the movies. But Jake says these sauces are amazing, and I trust him because he has turned me on to some amazing, amazing companies. High Spice back there, one of my all-time favorites. That was Jake. But welcome. Thank you very much for coming.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on, man. I know you and I have similar taste buds, so I thought these were the perfect sauces for us to kind of hammer out together because you, like me, like that fruity sweet sauce, so I felt like these were perfect. So
absolutely, man. Please note the shirt that Jake is wearing right now. He's got his Jaws shirt on, the best movie ever made. We think very much so alike. So anyways, getting into this. 2 sauces by Gemini Crow. These are probably, I don't know anything about these sauces. This is my favorite way to go into a sauce because I'm completely surprised, blown away by the flavors, or challenged by the flavors. We'll see. Anyways, we have 2 sauces. We have Blackberry Bell and we have Jack the Reaper. I have absolutely no idea how hot these sauces, if they're going the sweet side, if they're going the savory side with them. I have no idea. But look, we got 2019 Golden Chili winner. Jake recommends them. Oh, yeah. Super excited. So, which one should we try first? Okay, now I'm looking at them: blackberry and habanero, and then pineapple reaper. I think we're gonna go with I think we're going with the Habs first.
Yeah, I know. When we were talking, I said blackberry probably would be best first, and then the Jack the Reaper. I mean, I have my preference out of the 2, but the Blackberry Bell definitely is a good start. So
okay, we're gonna start there. So let me set this aside. And all right, so it says, all right, the melange, a melange of blackberries and raisins. I love it. So we're gonna get some like super dark plum, like those like rich sugars, that's gonna happen, like a brown sugar vibes. Gives the all-natural Blackberry Bell a layered, robust sweetness, while the habanero peppers provide the heat and spice up your chicken, your fish, your barbecue recipes. Drizzle Blackberry Bell over vanilla ice cream. Ultimate sweet heat. And he's saying that this is a 3 out of 5 on his heat scale, so still pretty hot. Interesting, he says, so barbecue and dessert vibes. So I'm assuming that he's talking about barbecue, kind of like a glaze. We're talking about lighter meats, things like that. I can see it working on pulled pork or something. So he's already smelling it. I'm getting this bottle open. All right, let's set that aside. I got my new tasting spoons. All right, ingredients. All right, where are you? Oh, see, very, very simple ingredients. This is something I love about sauces. So I don't like a lot of crap in my sauce. And this is a very simple ingredient, so already super stoked. So blackberries, number 1. So blackberries are already a pretty powerful flavor. So it's gonna be blackberry sweetness, fruity up front. And then habanero peppers, you're gonna get the fruitiness in the habaneros. If you guys have seen my videos, you know how much I love habaneros. Raisins, so you're gonna get that dark fruit, distilled vinegar, water, sugar, blackberry extract, interesting, and sea salt. So this is definitely going to be super fruit bomb because we're doubling down on the blackberries. Oh, yep. All right.
And you brought up simplicity, and that's one thing I know you and I talk about high spice a lot. That's one of the things that I like about hot sauce. You get that fruity aroma, freshness, but there's not a lot going on. And if you get a good sauce that has a couple ingredients and it's done right, it can just be absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. This actually, dude, believe it or not, this smells hotter than I thought it was going to. I know we're only dealing with habaneros here, but like, this smells like it's made with a hotter pepper. It smells like it's got like some sort of super hot in here, but I know it's not. But man, blackberries, super jammy. It just smells so jammy. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So let's get to the pour. So it's definitely got that all natural pour to it.
Nice fruit chunks in it too.
Oh yeah, super chunky. Jam, maybe it's got like a loose jelly jam scenario kind of going on. Just glistens. It looks so jammy with tons floating in it. Oh my God, so much happening here. It's like all blackberries. This is like dye your spoon blackberry.
And that's what it is.
power.
It's not just blackberry, but there's also that blackberry extract in it. So you get the double dose of blackberries, and then the raisins with it gives it that real nice fruity touch. So
I'm expecting the raisins to almost like intensify the blackberry flavor, because blackberries, although they have a huge flavor profile, I can see them in a sauce after you've boiled them and whatnot, that it's going to kind of like lessen that.
Yeah.
And so adding the raisins, which is like another dark fruit scenario, I feel like is going to just intensify the blackberries rather than have a big raisin flavor. But we're going to see. So, anyways, all right, sir, you ready?
let's do it.
Cheers, man. Wow. Super jammy, super blackberry. There's a little bit more sodium than I was kind of expecting in this sauce, but it's kind of reminiscent of almost like the like Bravado's blackberry.
Yep.
You know, definitely in that scenario, I could see this working amazingly on barbecue.
Oh, it definitely is, because it's got that nice balance. So it's got that sweetness from the sugars, the blackberries that give it that real nice fruity tones to it, but the salt brings out some of that flavor, and you can taste a little bit. So it makes it a little bit more versatile, but you can still definitely use it dessert sauce related as well.
Oh, absolutely, man. I could see this working on like brownies or anything that you would add, like maybe like crushed salt to the top of it. You could do this on like pies and things like that. This is a super. There's not a lot of times where sauces can go like the savory, like barbecue route, and then also cross over into that dessert side simultaneously. You know, man, if you're gonna do another taste, I gotta do another taste.
Dude,
I gotta go back into it.
It's so incredible. And what's nice is that the raisins don't so much stand out. It's a really nice flavor enhancer for those blackberries. Like you had mentioned before, I think the raisins is a really nice pairing. You don't see the raisins typically used. I don't know if I have any sauces in the house that have raisins in them to begin with.
I think it's a very smart addition to a lot of sauces, you know?
It's very flavorful, and like I said, with the blackberry extract with those blackberries, I think you really get that. And what I like about the blackberries, you know it's in there because you get that the seediness from the blackberries as well in that sauce.
Absolutely. And I'm also getting a good amount of habanero flavor, too. I would say the flavor of the habanero is more prominent than the heat of the habanero.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm getting a little bit of lip burn, which is actually not super normal for me with habaneros. I'm normally getting it like on the sides of my tongue. I call my tongue wings. I'm normally getting it there, but it is like sort of that like sharp, like stingy needle pain that you get from a habanero normally. But there's a lot of flavor from the habanero in here, which surprises me because it's such a berry-forward sauce. You know what I'm saying?
And you said you smelled the heat of the habaneros. To me, like, and I think that's more for me, it's more like the aroma of the habaneros. You can definitely smell the peppers, but I think some of that sugars with the fruit kind of offset the heat a little bit with that as well. So to me, I mean, you know me, you and me are kind of on the same heat levels. I would say it's low medium, maybe for somebody that's not a chili head, maybe like medium-ish. But
yeah, I would call it a low medium. So I don't know how. It'll be interesting to kind of get into what your heat scale is. So on a scale of 1 to 10, when you're talking about sauce, where does this land for you? You go your number, and I'll see if I can get if I have mine, or if we link up here.
To me, this is more like a 3. I would say I wouldn't quite put it at a 4. Like a 3. It's got nice heat. It lets you know it's there, but it's not like over the top. When something gets hot for me, I think I start to salivate a little bit, and you can feel the saliva kick in, and that's when I know like I hit that breaking point, like 5, 6, 7. It's not there. It's noticeable, and it's a nice tingle to me, but it's not like beat you up hot.
I am completely on board. I was going to say a 3 as well, just because I've got sort of like a little bit of lip burn. I think it's higher than a 2, but it's definitely not going into that 4 range for me.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very solid 3. All right. Moving on. This one is the one that I'm super, super excited about. So this is Jack the Reaper. Cool freaking labels, by the way. 2019 Golden Chili winner from at Zest Fest. Heat index. Ooh, wow. It says, okay, I'm intrigued by this. It says the heat index is the exact same, so 3 out of 5. is what he is saying. So is this going to be more mild than I think it is? Well, we're going to find out. Okay. Wow, okay, the tropical sweetness of mangoes and pineapple. I love mango so much, and pineapple. Lure you into a false sense of serenity while the Carolina Reaper pepper lurks in the dark reaches behind your tongue and prepares to ravage your throat. Your seafood and chicken-based entrees will have no choice but to voluntarily succumb to the delicious nightmare that is Jack the Reaper. So, it's saying it's a delayed hit, just like how Reapers work. Makes total sense. I've said on my channel before, all the time, I don't enjoy the flavor of Carolina Reapers. I love the burn of Carolina Reapers, though, so I'm hoping it's not super Reaper forward. I don't expect it to be, just how like jammy it's going to be. I think that, generally speaking, sometimes Reapers can be kind of masked in flavor relatively easily. But we'll see, considering that the third ingredient in this is Carolina Reapers. Okay, ingredients: pineapple and mango. So you're gonna get the huge fruit up front. It's gonna be amazing. And then Carolina Reaper peppers, cider vinegar, sugar, water, sea salt. So super simplistic sauce. You're gonna get the jamminess, you're gonna get the heat, and maybe the flavor of the Reapers, and then we're talking about pH from there, basically.
And I know you told me not to tell you too much about it, so I'm anxious to see exactly if you thought what I thought the first time I took a little dab of it. So. I'm curious to see if we are thinking alike, because the first thing that comes up to me, there's a couple things that come out, but the heat is definitely one of them. So I'm not going to say anything.
Right. It's interesting. So I'm thinking, first he said the word dab, which means that he didn't eat a lot of it at first. Have you tasted it yet?
Yeah.
You just tasted it?
Well, I didn't get a spoonful, but
okay.
I've dabbed before, so
I thought that you just did a dab of it just now, and I was going to yell at you. Okay. So I got my spoonful. It's all right. There's tons going on. I feel like this is going to be much hotter than I thought it was going to be, because I'm seeing the skins, and these are almost like it's like an orange Reaper. So the Reapers look like they were harvested a little on the orange side, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because those are the skins that I'm looking at, and those don't look like mango, and doesn't look like it doesn't look like pineapple. I'll tell you that right now. So I think this is going to be pretty hot. So, anyways, cheers, man. Wow. This is going to be hot. Immediately hit you in the back of the throat for me. All right, let that Carolina Reaper come in. Yep.
But how about that citrus, that aroma of the citrus right off the tongue? The balance of pineapples and mangoes that just hit you straight out of the gate with that is just like a citrus bomb.
Huge citrus bomb. It's like, it brings out all the best of it. So there's like this sharpness from the pineapple, and there's almost this like super fruity, but somehow like kind of creamy mango flavor that are working together. So it's like juggling it back and forth with this like pineapple mango vibe. Like that is immediately what you're getting.
And if you
immediately get that.
And if you notice on this one too, I feel like the salt is more noticeable in the blackberry, not so much on this one. And I don't know if it's more so that the citrusness really takes front stage in this. But the salt, and I always say this about some sauce, I think some sauces just need a little bit of salt. And
I agree. I think that's a huge problem with a lot of Verde styles, is that they are lacking in sodium lots and lots of times. So I completely agree with you. And I think on this sauce, that the fruit is definitely taking center stage, front stage. It's definitely, this is all about the fruit. And then the second aspect of it is about the Reapers. It's the heat of the Reapers. I'm getting very minimal Reaper flavor. I'm getting a big hit of heat from the Reapers though. It actually came faster than it normally does for me. Like I swallowed, immediately hit me in the back of the throat. And then it just sort of like starts slowly reaching up the back of the throat, like, you know, like the very indicative of a Reaper burn. I got the all over kind of like mouth burn. It's kind of on the tip of my tongue at the moment.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
And the first time I thought the same way. You have pineapples, mangoes, and then the Reapers right up there heat-wise. I was expecting more of a kick to it. The Reaper, to me, is a little bit more subtle. I mean, you definitely feel the heat of the Reapers,
sure.
But
yes.
I was expecting more kick, and I was just waiting for, and I took another spoonful, and I was like, wow. The heat is tamed a little bit, and I don't know if it's the balance of that citrus cutting it out, a little bit of that sugar. you get the heat of it, but to me, it's not like over the top, like beat you up hot. It's enjoyable to me, and I think.
I agree. I think that because there is added sugar, and there's also then the pineapple that are in here. I think that's really helping kind of like,
Dude,
kind of
so
bring. I know it's so good. Bring down like the Reaper heat just ever so slightly. If there's something like a lime juice or a lemon juice that was in here instead of that sugar that was on the back end, I think this would appear to be hotter than it is. I will say that for his heat index being the same on both of these, the Jack the Reaper is much hotter. Much hotter.
And I would definitely say that, like, to me, the Blackberry Bell with that habanero gives you that heat. To me, could that have been like a 2, 3-ish? Yeah. To me, if the Blackberry on their scale's a 3, this is definitely a 4. I think it's a little bit, to me, it's noticeable. But once again, it's not like beat you up hot. Don't mind me. I'm going to go in for a second here.
Yeah, go for it. Well, if you're doing it, I'm going to freaking do it too, man.
Dude, that citrus, when I tried this, I could not believe how much citrus came out of that. And
it's shocking.
To me, I like the use. Like, there's a couple fruits like pineapple, mangoes. You know, I like passion fruit. A lot of those fruits, I really enjoy. So when I found out that it was pineapple and mango, I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. Yep. And they pair so well, and you get a little bit of that tanginess, citrusy from the pineapple, but the mangoes come in and kind of accent it. So it's good balance of use of the two fruits there.
Absolutely. It's almost like taking a very classic combination, too, where you have pineapple and heat. Pineapple habanero is a classic combination, and putting his own spin on it. So you got the pineapple and you got the mango, and then you're using a Reaper pepper. So it's like a supercharged version of a classic sauce combination, and done just exceptionally well.
And what I like about it too is he used the mango with the pineapples. And could he have went a traditional way? Because I feel like a lot of mangoes, people use mango hob. You see how many mango hob sauces.
Oh, absolutely.
Using that with the Reapers and the pineapple gives that mango, kind of twist to it.
Yep,
but the citrus stands out. I mean, the Reaper's there, but like for Reaper to keep building, I don't think it keeps building. It hits that point. Yep. Now, is it like, to me, this is a high medium. If the Blackberry Bell's low medium, this to me is like a high medium. I can use this consistently and not worry. Now, if it would have hit that peak a little bit higher with the use of the Reapers, then definitely. But I think it's just like super balanced with that citrus, the Reapers. I think the heat not being overbearing lets the flavor of the sauce really stand out.
I fully agree with you. I would call this a high medium for sure. Everything you're saying, I'm on the same page with you. So, to break them down, basically, so we've got two fantastic sauces by Gemini Crow. Just absolutely blown away. There's both just super, super jammy. Super versatile sauces that can be used on grilled meats. They make it into the dessert realm. Just super, super well done things. Or
I'll tell you what,
super, super well done sauces.
For the Jack the Reaper too, I'll tell you an interesting tip. I've used it on ice cream. I use a lot of dessert sauces on ice cream, but plain yogurt and fruit sauces like that are just exceptional. And the Jack the Reaper would be real nice with that citrus, with that yogurt to kind of kick it up and give it some of that fruitiness flavor to it.
Fantastic. All right, well, two fantastic sauces from Gemini Crow. Jake, thank you so much for joining me on this.
Hey, man.
Where can the people find you? Where can I send them?
Well, I just started launching the YouTube channel, JC Fire. I think there's just one video up right now. But on Facebook, we have also the JC Fire Spice It Up page. It's where you can find some of the blogs, one that I done with you a couple months back. But I like to do some blogs from time to time with some of these hot sauce makers and so forth, some of the people of the community. I also do some reviews on Facebook as well, some of the stupid challenges that I do. But JC Fire on YouTube as well. Like I said, I just launched the page maybe within the last week or so. So
Awesome, awesome. Well, Jake is probably one of my top favorite hot sauce reviewers that exists in the world. He's got a fantastic palate, and I'm honored to have him on the channel. So, in the description below is going to be a link to all of Jake's stuff, along with a link to Gemini Crow for you guys to check it out. So, if these are sauces that speak to you, you can go find them. So, Jake, thank you very much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next.
Hey, this is Brian Ames. Please click the subscribe button that you see right there, and you'll subscribe to my videos. From now on, I'm going to be eating a lot of peppers. It's going to, oh man, it's going to be great. Bye.